Another one of my master tricks that is really applicable for anyone who works for themselves and is kind of trying to stay focused on writing, like a freelance writer, or you have multiple things going on. You're a novelist, but you might also have your publisher and your agent reaching out to you. I like to use autoresponders to tell people that you're not available. Now, of course, this isn't necessarily easy if you work in an office environment. However, I'd encourage you to read the book Deep Work by Cal Newport and Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Workweek, because they both discuss this idea of going into really focused zones and not being tethered to your email all the time, and bringing that up as a productivity tip in the office and framing it with your boss the right way may help to get some buy-in. But since I'm a freelance writer and I also get tons of emails every single day and I'm always feeling like I'm barely on top of my inbox, I discovered this hack back when I needed long periods of uninterrupted studying and writing time a couple of years ago. I feel like we live in this digital society where everyone is attached to their phone or their computer all the time. So we expect instant responses. You know, someone sends you a text message and they want to know why you haven't answered within 30 seconds. So in some ways, we have to dial it back and train people that we're not always going to be instantly available to respond to their crisis of the day or something that really isn't that urgent. I've had to do this with some of my freelance writing clients, and many of them didn't even realize that they were doing this. They have a tendency to forget that they may not be my only client and I'm working on other projects or in meetings with other people. And so the last minute concept of reaching out and expecting an instant response doesn't work. So autoresponders are a great way to teach other people that you will not be tied to your email. In addition to turning your email off with a tool like Boomerang Inbox Pause, autoresponders tell people that you're not going to be available for a specific period of time. So they know that their message has been received by your inbox, but they're not anticipating that you're going to respond immediately. So I'll give you an example of one that I like to use, my autoresponder, when I'm working on something for a client where I really can't be interrupted, says, "Thanks for emailing. This message confirms that I have gotten your email. I'm currently very focused working on a client project and not answering emails again until insert time here. Thanks again for reaching out." That helps show, it does two things for me, actually. It shows my clients that when I'm working on their projects, I'm not getting distracted by email, especially if I'm charging them hourly and like billing them time for getting distracted by someone else's emails landing in my inbox. But it also tells them when they may be able to expect a response from me and that I won't be answering right away. This really helps people to realize that this kind of instant response society isn't going to work for everybody, and that it's okay that you're not doing immediate responses. And it can help to shut down the behavior without needing to reinforce boundaries much more. So it can be really awkward to get on a phone call with someone and say, when you email me 6 times a day, it's really distracting and I can't work on the projects that I need to remain focused on. So would you please stop doing that? It's very hard to get that across and the person can easily misinterpret it. But when we instead take the route of putting up an autoresponder that does the work for us, it can help to train that behavior out of people who are anticipating that instant response from you. So I used autoresponders and found that this was really effective. When I spent 6 weeks studying for my qualifying exams, I was just unreachable for many hours of the day, and getting those messages out of my inbox also helped people realize whether or not the email they were sending was truly necessary. So some people rely on email too much when a 10-minute phone call could have addressed the questions that were sent in 5 different emails, and getting that autoresponder message back that this person is not available right now can help to teach people, well, is this really worth emailing? Because he or she's not going to answer until 4 hours from now. So maybe I should just wait until the call we have scheduled later this week, or maybe I should consolidate all my questions into one email or something like that. So it serves a lot of purposes while taking some of the pressure off of you being the mean person of saying, hey, please stop emailing me. Your emails are really unnecessary and super distracting.